Alrighty then. Sorry, I don't know what's come over me. It must be these shirts. It must be these shirts. It has to be. I'm gonna blame it on the shirt. Look at that short-haired thing. What's yours say?
I do.
I do. All right, people, welcome to the 6th installment.
I loved me some Midwest
Bang Gang. Facebook groups. Whoa, be so. Midwest Bang Gang. Check them out, people. And sorry about the crazy Jim Carrey antics there or whatever. I like the prick. Well, he's family. I can't not like him.
What, Jim Carrey?
Yeah. Look at him and look at me and look at my brother. Same jeans.
Yeah.
Same jeans. We just don't talk much. He does his thing and I do mine. Alright, friends. Now, we're going over some other stuff in here. That was a creepy ass intro. Oh, I love it. Here, I'm going to deal with this for a minute. I gotta have that. We are going to do some feedings of some. I have no water.
Yeah, you do. It's right there.
Where? Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to put some water in here. We've already done some avicularias the other day. But these avicularias are from a different area here. A different sack. And they're absolutely cool. So I want to show you guys. These I've raised from little baby slings. They were captive born and bred. I got these from Pulp Friction Tarantulas. And y'all see that takedown right there? Another rewarding thing. Now, I told y'all once before, I'll tell you again, this species loves to have plenty of airflow and a taller enclosure because they're an arboreal species. There's number 1. Here's number 2. I'll see if I can get it out where you guys can actually see. And I hope you guys will like this stuff. And if you have not watched the Holy Tarantula Sunday series, I don't have them in a playlist. I haven't figured out how to yet. But y'all go and do that so you can see all the adult tarantulas we have now. And that have turned into... That one's not really hungry. All the adult tarantulas that we have. That used to be babies. There's this one here. And it's all over the place. Not hungry, I see. They don't like the light very much. There it is. But it has a roach in there for it to eat. I'm feeding it rusty reds. If you live in the state of Florida, you're not allowed to have rusty reds. I'm in Alabama, so you are. You can feed other feeders. I don't know what all the laws are in that state, but as long as you got good state laws, I love feeding them these rusty reds. I feed my rusty reds pumpkin. I feed them carrots, Irish potatoes, stuff like that, because it's good for them. So them are the last 3 of the avic species that we have over in this area for you guys to see. We're going to do some other ones. You got the NC Gold? You didn't get the NC Gold over there?
That was the one.
I need you to get it for me, because I'm covering that. That's why I did that. I got to cover all things that possibly can go wrong or don't go wrong. And speaking of things going wrong or can't go wrong, what's that symptom that the tarantula gets? I forget what it's called.
DSL or...
D something. DTS, I believe. Here is a tarantula. Well, the camera's not zooming now. This is sucks, I'm sorry. This tarantula is in the death curl. Now I told you before in the last video, if you see your tarantula molting, the chances are it is molting. This one is not the case. This tarantula, I wanted to film it before I started doing it. DTS, I think is what it's called, is a syndrome where it's going like this. I have literally owned probably 100,000 or more tarantulas in my life and have never encountered this. But this is one B. vagans out of all of them. It's a neurological disorder. I don't know what causes it. I don't know a lot about it. You can do your research on it. But it ended up ending in death for a baby B. vagans, and I'm not happy about that. Although I have 100 more, I don't want to lose a single one. And I've never lost one to that until now. Years and years and years in the hobby. It's an extremely rare occurring thing, as far as I know, because, well, for me it is. It might not be for other people, but I have pure bloodlines, and it's just a thing. Now this one here, this is a Neohotella NC Gold. Now what has happened here is I usually keep a lid on here like this, but I put a piece of pantyhose on here because this enclosure got too wet, and that's not acceptable for this species. I set them up in an arboreal type enclosure. NC Golds are absolutely amazing creatures. Did we cover this NC Gold in the last video? I don't know if I showed her or not, but this is the mother of those. I don't know where she is right now. She's not out, but she is going to be having an egg sac very shortly. So that one, I will be having those available as well soon. Where's the other one at? The other NC or whatever. I want to keep all the NCs together. That's not it. Alright, whatever. Just find me a thing. I'll get to it when I get to it.
That's right here.
Oh, here it is. Here we go. We get to show you guys an NC Gold. This is one of my favorite species. It's a dwarf species of tarantula. I've got to take this thing off this camera. I'm sick of it. A dwarf species of camera. Oh my God, this camera is pissing me off. This is a dwarf species of tarantula, the Neohotella NC Gold, and it's very interesting because out of all of the tarantulas, you never hear anyone speaking of a recessed gene. I don't have the counterpart to this to show you guys, which is the Neohotella NC Olive, both formerly known as Hotella NC Gold or NC Olive. There was a report that I read that someone had done a research, bred an NC Gold to an NC Gold, producing 100% offspring all gold. They bred an olive to an olive and got 100% offspring all olive. They bred a NC Gold to an NC Olive and got exactly 50-50 gold olive ratio. They did males and females, like a male gold to a female olive and then a male olive to a female gold, same results. They bred the offspring of the mix, an NC Gold to an NC Olive, to an NC Gold, and still got like a 70-30 mix. So it's a recessed gene that somehow has popped out in a tarantula. Wow. Can you believe that I'm telling you guys it's a recessed gene in a tarantula? It's unbelievable. You don't hear about that very often because it's not an everyday occurring thing. People have been breeding tarantulas for thousands of years now, possibly even tens of thousands of years. I can see me as a caveman catching a tarantula and raising it in a little stick-built container or whatever. I would so do that. I would so do that. I'm sure my ancestors did. But in all them thousands of years of everything happening, tarantulas are unchanged. And it's not the fact that an NC Gold and an NC Olive is something different. They're the same thing. It's just a morph. And it's not like all this new stuff that's coming out where it's a morph type 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever they're coming out with. It's not something like that. It's just a recessed gene, which is really cool. Okay, here we have P. arminias. Samapoas arminia, which I cannot even see where he's at right now, but I assure you he's in there. This is an awesome species. I'm going to feed it and move along quickly to some that you can see. Oh, it did come. Well, right off cam. It came out of this hole so fast, like lightning, and did it. Can you put them up for me? What do we got here? Here's the P. arminia number 2. Also, an awesome animal. This is a male. I've already sexed it. I love the way that it has built this enclosure. I'm going to drop rusty reds in here, and it's a good thing to feed the rusty reds a good diet, because your tarantulas' lives depend on what you feed the feeders that you feed your tarantulas. I don't know if the male's going to come out and get that or not, but we will see. Here, baby. Keep them coming. Here, baby. I'm already past my time. It's going to be a long video. Sorry, this spider here is a Poecilotheria fasciata that I have tongue trained. You guys can see this. Here is the Poecilotheria fasciata. I'm going to put this tongs down in here. You guys watch him take it right out of the tongs like some kind of badass thing, because they are. This is an awesome, lovely species. I absolutely love them. You can't, I think this is one of them that you can't put on the, ship across lines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sri Lanka wants to cry like hell about it, for whatever reason. And we haven't even imported these out of Sri Lanka for 25 freaking years. And now they got a problem with us taking it when they deforest and kill everything anyway. So, whatever, Sri Lanka. But there's that one, P. fasciata, whatever number it is. What do we have here? We got more P. fasciatas or P. what? Yeah, here's another P. fasciata. I love my pokies, people. I absolutely love them. Now, people that wants to use Poecilotheria or have Poecilotheria, I highly recommend them to you. They're not something that you really want to handle. I handle all my tarantulas, but that's just me. They're my tarantulas. If I want to handle them, I take the risk that's involved in handling them. That's me. It don't have to be you. I've handled every tarantula I've ever owned, and I've never been bit once. And I take great pride in knowing that. Other people that don't even handle tarantulas end up getting bit. For whatever reason, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Tarantulas don't act like they ever want to bite you. They really don't want to bite you. But it is possible. If you piss one off, they might bite you. So handle at your own risk. And it's not going to be that great of a risk. Sting a little. Like a bee or whatever. There we go. There we go. This is a P. armenia. Poecilotheria armenia, and now I can see, if I can get a camera view for you. I'm sorry I'm not getting a good view. Something's going on with this camera. I got to get a new camera, but eventually I will. Y'all do me a favor and let the YouTube ads play instead of skipping them, and maybe we'll get a new camera soon. And there's that. You look really badass in that shirt.
Can you give me that, baby?
Oh, y'all leave in the comments below and let me know what y'all think about Sarah's new do. Is it
and
cute?
New do that Edward didn't tell me I was going to go get, and I had a Nancy with me.
It's a do. Alright, here we go. Poecilotheria rufilata, people! One of the largest species of Poecilotheria tarantula on the earth that we know of. They can get 11 to 13 inches. I know some of you experts are saying they can't get 13 inches. And you probably said it just like that, but I assure you they can. Just depends on what you feed them when they're young and how, if you power feed them or you don't power feed them. So, I would like to get this guy out so you can see him, if possible. Don't know if that's going to be possible, but we're going to try. What is this thing? What is this thing? Oh, here's a hook. I'm going to try to put this hook in here. Get him to come out. Get out of there. This is the Poecilotheria rufilata. He does not like being messed with, but I want you guys to see it. And try to snake hook him down. Or snake hook him back up. And he don't want to come out, and I apologize for that. I wanted you guys to see him. He's absolutely humongous. But the way I set this pipe thing up was for his liking, and he just does not want to come out of there, and I apologize. They are absolutely beautiful. They're known as the red slate ornamental tarantula. Absolutely amazing species. I do not have all the Poecilotherias yet, but I'm working on it, on getting them. I do have some with some of my friends off, and I have breeder loans off with some of them and all that kind of stuff. So time will tell. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna get eaten or not. Roaches don't always want to cooperate. And he's not eating it right now, but he knows where his tube is. You see what's going on here? He will eat it. And I'll check them. When you leave a spider in here like this, or a roach in there with your spider, what is this? This is a P. ornata. This is another good one, people. Poecilotheria ornata. You got a molt in the bottom here, I see. I don't see the P. ornata. There it is. There it is. Look at that P. ornata. It's all in the bottom, all cry and stuff because I'm moving its enclosure and it don't want no light in its eye and stuff. Maybe it don't want a roach. Maybe I don't want a roach here. Give me a second. Or maybe not. But I'm going to leave it there because it will eat it here in a minute. That's an absolutely beautiful species. You can look up some of these species by their scientific names if you'd like to see what they look like as adults. I unfortunately can't show you none right this moment. That's a very long video. Here's the Heteroscodra maculata. Very fast, very flighty. Some people say extremely aggressive. Not a species that you would want to handle. They got a little bit more hot venom, but again, I have handled mine. But that's me. It don't have to be you. This one is the one that got out of its enclosure, and I had to tear all of this wall out in another video, completely insulation and everything, trying to get it. But I am bound to determine I will not ever lose a tarantula, because I'm just not going to do that. I think that's it for now. I'll give y'all a quick over of the others that I was going to do. This is the Poecilotheria fasciata. It was webbed up, laying an egg sac. Give me that tweezers and the roaches, sweetheart. Here is the Poecilotheria semica. I will feed for you guys. I don't know the common name of it, so you guys can see. Maybe I can fish her out a little bit so you can see what she actually looks like. I don't know if she'll come or not. I don't have an issue with this camera. Again.
Yeah.
There she comes, people. Look at her. Look at that girl. Look at that girl. It's a Poecilotheria semica, and this is what she looks like in the pokey stance. Y'all see that? Absolutely beautiful girl. This is a typical pokey stance. Give me that ruler, baby, real quick. Hurry. Do you see it over there? Let's see. Maybe we can get a measurement on her. She is 6. Yep, she's 6 inches long here. She's 6 inches long, and that is that. And y'all will notice that pokey keeping, you'll have poop. When you notice this on here, that's poop. Because spiders do poop, and you just take a wet paper towel, wipe it down with your tongs or your hand, whatever you can get to. Alright, people, that's it for this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace, love, and happiness, and all that good shit. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't forget to check out the Facebook groups, Midwest Fang Gang. Check out the exotics, Jeepers Creepers, Tarantulas, Tarantula Channy. Check out Small Town Exotics. Don't forget to keep up with the Fatal Fangs and vote fairly for everyone. And I will catch you guys next time. We're going to go over some of these other things and baby sling care and everything else in the next episode. So stay tuned, Edward Tyndall, and some of the other Tyndalls out.